Bonjour, mon amour.
I love you.
Oh, God, how do you manage it?
He can't get him out of his head.
Back to hell with you!
Back on the road again, feeling kinda lonely and looking for the right guy to be mine. Friends say I'm crazy 'cause easily I fall in love. You gotta do it differently this time. Maybe we'll meet at a bar, he'll drive a funky car. Maybe we'll meet at a club and fall so deeply in love. He'll tell me I'm the one and we'll have so much fun. I'll be the girl of his dreams. Maybe tell them when I'm in love, giving them what they dream of. Sometimes it's not a good thing, but I'm blind. Maybe we'll meet at a bar, he'll drive a funky car. Maybe we'll meet at a club and fall so deeply in love. He'll tell me I'm the one and we'll have so much fun. I'll be the girl of his dreams. Maybe gonna find in the day I gotta get someone to call my love. Yeah, baby, come alright, baby, come and pass my way. I gotta get someone to call my love. Yeah,
Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing? 25 people here already. Numbers that I like to see. If you are just joining us, let me know how I sound and hit the like button. Season 2 is here, and I tell you, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Hopefully, some of you are returning who were here for our recap of season 1, who maybe didn't watch the show, and we maybe made you feel like you wanted to see what was popping with the show. When I tell you season 2 looks like it is going to be so good, just solely based off of this first episode. But of course, I am not here to discuss this situation all by myself. I have two beautiful ladies backstage with a red lipstick and toe, because you know we synchronize around here. Coming to the stage first, you know her, you love her, she's sweet. You know, she likes sweet peas, and she just, you know, have a real chummy perspective overall. But we love her for it. Coming to the stage first is Miss Ashley. How are you doing, Ashley?
Listen, I am so good and I am too excited. Do you hear me?
Right?
Too excited.
I didn't want this episode to end. When it went off, I was like, oh, I don't know why. Before it went off, I felt like I had an extra 5 minutes of running time that just wasn't there. I think it was the when they give kind of the behind the scenes. I was like, what? Oh, that's it. It low key really, really left me wanting more, and I absolutely loved it. What did you think about this first episode?
Girl, it gave all the things that I needed. I adored the slow integration of our new Claudia. And of course, we'll get into that, but
Yeah.
exceptional job. They didn't, do too much initially. We really got to grow with her and let her grow on us. And I thought it was amazing. But yeah, from the history to, the speaking multiple languages to the magical vodka Negro, I was here for all of it. You hear me?
Here for absolutely all of that. And I know somebody backstage that was probably here for it too, because she loves all things horror and hooch, because we got to have a drink with our horror. Coming to the stage, last but not least, Kay is in the back with all the good horror takes in the books because she reading them. Hey, Kay.
Exactly. And I couldn't find my copy of Interview with the Vampire, so I ordered another one because I said I got to go through the pages. I couldn't find it, but I'm gonna get it back. Amazon is on the way.
I
Absolutely, absolutely. Monique said the music is sending me. We trying to get somebody to find out. Janet is befitting. I don't care what y'all say. The intro is popping. Janet said, "I'm trying to be outside looking for somebody to call my lover." Yeah, baby, come on. Is that not Lestat Louis in Armand's store? That's all they want. Hey, Monique. What did you think about this first episode, Kay?
This episode got me hyped for the season. I'm so ready for the season. If they would have dropped the whole season, I would have been up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning watching it. And that's how much I really am excited about this season.
Yeah, most definitely would have binged it. Like I love that they don't do that because it gives us time to savor and really get into every single episode. But man, if they had dropped a full season, I couldn't refrain from watching just to see what was coming next because we know that it is about to go down.
Oh,
and
yes.
We here for all of that. But I'm just looking all off up in the chat, and I know what we all came here to see. Now, this first, like, I put Can Claudia dream from opulence to homelessness? 4 years of dirt and bad blood. This European war situation and in search for our kind. When I tell you I love this transition, we are so used to them being wealthy, well kept, dressed, and just oh so beautiful, just shiny vampires. When they came up off this dirt, when they came out of the dirt, like this was everything that I could have wanted. Getting into the new Claudia, I love the way that she was integrated here within the show because that's a hard transition. And it could have, they tried too hard to maybe code for with the writing, like this is a new Claudia, or no, it was very natural. I was like, I miss, Claudia, but I was like, I'm loving this Claudia. Ashley, what did you think about us getting into this war and where our vampires are as far as means and as well as our brand new Claudia?
Absolutely. So, I mean, Claudia was giving a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. You know what I mean? Like she was going through it. Claudia is on a mission. And I absolutely love that for her. In this, I mean, her mastery of languages, like this whole thing, how she is just running amok here. Again, the integration of them slowly letting it build for us. And again, not doing too much with her character, but just enough. I loved the angst that you felt, like the betrayal on her part, what Louis has just done and how he's just trying to keep up. He's like, I'm sorry, baby. Listen, whatever you want to do, I'm going to just follow on your coattails. But yeah, and I also loved seeing them kind of as vagabonds, right? And just getting it out the mud to accomplish this purpose of meeting other vampires. I really, really enjoyed the opening and their journey.
Absolutely. I think with this was my first, like, what I felt like was our real transition into seeing Louis and his sister. No matter what was happening, even though that's the narrative in the show, like she's supposed to be his daughter for their little disguise, but she is so in charge here. And it made me think of, I don't know what episode that was when Claudia first tried to run away and he was like, just go on without me. I'm going to hold you back. Like he is so ill-equipped and a little bit more sheltered. And the fact that she is taking charge and speaking them languages, it was everything. The Ukraine, might be some Russian, some Roman. I don't know. All of them was in there, but you could tell that it is no longer the dynamic of him being in charge or her seeing him as a fatherly figure. This is full on sister brother type of relationship. Kay, what did you think about just the war overall, this whole thing with it? Because they did a whole lot of focusing on the bad blood this episode, because I guess they were so used to getting the sweet zestiness that was in New Orleans, child, and all of this despair and all this death is just in the blood and it's just not tasting good. How did you feel about that, about our new Claudia and just their whole dynamic overall?
I was like, when is the last time we seen vampires struggling? Every time we see vampires, are they not rich and wealthy and dressed well? It is very rare you see a vampire that look like they living on the streets, they dirty, their hair looking a little nappy, kind of. So I'm like, this is like a new visual that we see of these vampires, and it kind of fit the tone of where they were. Because think about how broken they were from when they left New Orleans. Claudia's pissed off. And Louis don't know what to think. It's like, I think I lost the first love of my life, but Claudia's mad at me. Like, so he's torn right now. So he's just like, I'm gonna go do whatever she says that she wants me to do right now because she's upset with me that I didn't kill Lestat like I was supposed to. And they're both going through, they look like what they're going through.
Absolutely, like getting into like when he said like it's been 4 years of this cute silent treatment. Like when vampires hold a grudge, baby, they really hold a grudge. I like the aspect of them disguising themselves as working class when they was hidden up. I'm the maid. Like I'm hungry. I'm the maid. We're looking for work. We're cleaning houses and just this I didn't think I would just find so much flavor in them speaking those foreign languages and really picking up on things and blending in with their disguise. Like that was everything to me. I thought that was so smooth, and you can really see that Claudia is very much so worldly, but Claudia's still she's still mad. Rightfully so. She is still mad because Lestat is still breathing. You had one job. You had one job and you could not follow through. I think we all know why she's mad. It's not just because you didn't follow through, but if Lestat is still alive, that means he is coming back. He is going to come back, and what the hell are we supposed to do then? Get into Claudia smoking the cigarettes and toting the gun. She says she about that life. She's about the life.
Claudia was stressed.
First of all, getting into the narrative of, I love the whole thing of him using his sister's photo, and this is the wife. She's a nurse, and we're out here scowling the European streets looking for her. And just really, you just see how this is a completely different Louis. I love just the transition from the Louis that we met then and now, because Louis just want to be a city girl and be a camp wife. We always knew that, and this is just not that. This is just not that. But coming to you, Ashley, like, what do you think is going to happen when Lestat finally decides to show back up?
Oh, baby, listen. Lestat sent me this episode, and again, these moments that aren't supposed to be funny but tickle me just to my core when he's mirroring Louis in the dream. Baby, there's no better acting than this. Do you hear me? Like, it sent me. I love that we are getting this cat. Well, it's not really a cat and mouse, honey, because Louis just Lestat's just torturing Louis at this point. How does it feel with your little girl who won't even talk to you now? The one you I loved everything about this. And I love that he's playing in Louis' dreams, right? I can't wait until we get a reappearance of Lestat, because again, he's that villain that you love to hate. He's going to bring that comic relief even in a dream, honey. And Louis is trying to talk himself out of what he knows is going to be the reality, right? He's like, you haven't got me yet, Lestat. You're not coming. If you were really alive, sir, you're having a talk with him. And he's talking back to you. I think that means at some point you're going to see him again, Louis. But I loved it. Loved it.
First of all, I love that effect of the bird flying out of Lestat's throat when he sat up. I thought that was everything. I was like, oh, that is so cool. Me and my gory self. I love that. But what I love the most is just like with last season, and he had that strong connection with Claudia enough to hear where she was and that she was hurt. I just know he's listening and waiting and lingering on everything, because he was not dreaming here, right? This was just, I thought these were just delusions that were happening in Louis' mind, and that he wasn't dreaming, because I thought him and Claudia were both walking around there. They're looking for blood and shifting through the little dead army man, and Lestat just appears. I love that we are sitting in regret. Like, you're regretting the decision that you made. It was real cute when we was, being well kept in our home. You cannot sit and tell me that this is what you wanted for yourself and that you were happy that you followed through with Claudia's plan. And now, you want nothing more than just to go back home. Hey, how do you feel about Louis just wanting to go back home, in the fact that Lestat is tinkering with him, which he knows deep down, I am merely waiting for you to find happiness, my love, and I'm going to come and F it all up the moment that you do. And boy, I can't wait, because with all of this happening, I'm thinking that when he actually sees Lestat, he's going to think it's a delusion, but it's really going to be him. But Kay, how did you feel about all of that?
In true Lestat form, he has to bring the performance every time. He is going to be theatrical. He is going to command the stage with his presence, even if it's a delusion, even if it's a hallucination. And I feel like it's part hallucination, part Lestat is really like projecting himself in his mind, because Lestat got more powers than he like lets on. Like he just give you tidbits of like what he can do at a time. So I feel like it's a good combination of Louis's guilt and Lestat, like he said, I'm waiting for you to find happiness. He means that. He mean it.
Do you think when he comes back that he's going to have any, because I just can't, I could see it, as we saw, I could see him beating Louis to a pulp, which I really don't want to see that again. Please don't do that. But do you think he's going to have any grace for Claudia when he comes back?
It's gloves off, baby. You know, Lestat. It's going to be poetic. Do you hear me? Whatever he does is going to be grand, poetic. He's been sitting on this for years. He's been meditating and premeditating on exactly how he's going to exact his revenge. And again, it's going to be in true Lestat fashion. And I cannot wait.
Exactly. He called her an abomination and said she should have never been married. No.
Do you guys feel like Claudia isn't giving Louis any leeway for his feelings? Because she really didn't. She left Lestat where he was because she didn't have those same feelings for him. Do you think she's being inconsiderate at the fact that Louis has lost the love of his life and he's sulking, child? Regardless of how you feel about Lestat and what we did, I loved him for years and now he's gone and I'm sad. Like, girl, can I be sad? Can Louis be sad, y'all?
She said, Lestat look at us like slaves. And after she seen the way that he beat Louis down to a pulp, like how you beat a whole other vampire. Louis didn't even fight back. Do something. And after she had to witness that on her first day back home, she just ain't no love. Ain't no love. In her mind, get over it.
That's what she knows. But go ahead.
They created me, right? I'm never going to have love. So heck no, I don't feel sorry for you, Louis. Get up and get over it. Look at how he treated you. No, stand up. Stand on big business. That's what I think Claudia wants to say to Louis. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Y'all. Let's see her smoking that cigarette. What? She was smoking the hell out of them cigarettes. It looked like the my homeboys in the hood. I thought she was finna flick it and tell Louis to get in the house. Let's see. Yes, Delaney Hayles did a great job. Yes, she did. Absolutely. See, I admit this episode, I am here for it. Can't wait for more for Lestat to return. When I tell you it's gonna be grand, and I cannot wait for him to come back. I'm hoping that they don't make us wait too long, but I do know that they have to reserve time for us to get into them other characters. But yes, we are going to get more episodes of Lestat pretty much hunting Louis. And child, we're going to be waiting for the moment for him to be in Armand's face and looking at Lestat at the same time.
Lestat is doing everything that somebody says they want to do. When they die in vengeance and they say, if I die, I'm going to come back and haunt you. He is every bit of that. Like,
hey, Bree, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. What's popping? Have you gotten into the show, Bree? I'm hoping that you gave it a chance and you checked it out. Thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate you, girl. I love that. Daniel, stay mad. Daniel stays bothered. He is really sick of this narrative and them trying to keep him at arm's truth, telling the whole truth. Like, no, you're kind of glossing over and grazing over things. But unlike last season, I really feel like that facade that Louis has been trying to put up to really suppress what all he is suppressing, I feel like it's going to be so good when we find out what it is. Because the acting from Jacob this episode, it was so good. It was so good. Ashley, how did you feel about how in present day, how tormented Louis is at really thinking that it's about time that he unraveled the whole truth and not continue to keep Daniel at arm's length and get on his nerves any further?
Yeah, I really loved in this episode, like you said, him really having an evolution, right? Louis changing. I think he's gaining a lot of his humanity back, right? That he may have lost over the years. I love how Daniel came in hot. He came in 38 hot as usual, right? But this time he's not playing with our mind. He's like, I don't care I don't care if you're the vampire Armand, right? I need to get the truth. And I loved how, in this episode, we finally see Louis crack because he's literally created lies. Because if we go back to the original interview, right? He was covering up, making stuff up. And when he has that moment with Armand later in this episode, I was like, dang, he done convinced himself of lies so much that he doesn't remember what the truth is. And I think that was so vulnerable and so sincere. And I love that we're getting to the core of who Louis is. My only fear now, though, is that Armand is going to be a blocker and a hater.
Oh, yeah. Kay, what do you think he's suppressing so hard that he would mentally break down over? Because he's just talking about merely things like dreams and just even referencing Claudia. And we haven't really seen anything as of yet, but Louis is about to break down just at the aspect of even maybe thinking about what happened. What do you think happened? I'm so interested.
This is my theory. I don't think Louis is suppressing it. I think Armand did it. I think he covered up a lot of this stuff. That's why he has those. He don't want to give Louis those missing pages out those books. And think if you 513 years old, you can do some stuff. I think that he purposefully blocked some of those memories out for Louis. I don't trust. I told y'all I'm scared of him.
I already told you. First of all, Armand looked good this episode. Okay,
he did. I mean, that's why I'm scared of him. He be like wowing people when he be looking at him. I really think that he took some of his memories away, and I don't think that's when. Remember when they were sitting next to each other, and he was like, I don't think you should do the interview anymore because Armand does not trust Daniel at all, and Daniel can see Armand he's like, you don't look trustworthy either because first of all, you lied to me in the beginning. You done lied to me a couple of times, and so. I think he took those memories away for a reason.
Shall we even see the real Rashid? I had to put I was never Rashid, girl. I'm him. I am him. Just the subtleties in the acting and his demeanor from when we first met Rashid and who he is now. Just the subtlety of this little white shirt child. Like the energy is just totally different. Armand is up to something. And it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot more than, let's see. Oh yeah, it says Armand wipes memories in the book. I wouldn't doubt it. I absolutely would not doubt it because even when we're getting in the end and, this whole time, I'm not here, I'm off the record, I don't want to be a part of this. He never wanted him to do this interview at all. And I think it's more than just, unleashing the truth and vampire secrets and such is going to find out and there's going to be a target on Louis. Something happened. Something happened and Armand is trying really hard to hide that. So when he's all in the end, like, oh, you know what, we're going to do this together. He's going to try to mess this up. I think he's trying to scare Daniel and run him off. That's what I really think he's trying to do.
In there, like two people in high school, like y'all done just fell in love in the 11th grade and gonna sit next to each other. I was like, if y'all don't go on somewhere.
I think Armand is like real quiet with maybe some of the things that he's done. Maybe I'm sure it's a lot that he doesn't want to retread that happened and it was hurtful for him as well. But if he did wipe some memories, child, that's gonna change their whole dynamic. But I cannot wait.
We ain't seen the real him yet. We have.
Yeah, we know he's diabolical. Because Lestat lied about a lot of things, but he wasn't lying about those vampires. He was not.
And the fact that. Go ahead, Ashley.
And the way Daniel was messing with the real Rashid this whole episode was another just Daniel, leave that man alone. Leave the real Rashid alone, Daniel.
When he said out, he was like, yeah, in the 15th, like, I will get to you. It ain't your turn yet.
Daniel, okay, like they can't kill him in 0.5 seconds. Like he really loved it. His life ain't on the line.
Daniel a thug, and I'm here for it. I don't care who next y'all be working on. Y'all not gonna play on my times today. If you're gonna be real about it, give it to me 100%. And if you're gonna be a part of this process, you have to be transparent. And I feel like Armand is going to try to stand in the way of all of that. And I think he's trying to scare him, or because we still don't know the history of what happened with Daniel and Armand. And
I can't wait to see that story. I can't wait to see that unfold because Armand is holding something against Daniel. He is holding some type of grudge against him. And Daniel is like, in his mind, whatever that junky kid that y'all met back then, that ain't me no more. Like I'm
Mm.
grown.
I'm grown. Ugh, I just love it. I love that they're 500 whatever, and Daniel's just a regular elderly man, and I ain't never scared. I done been through life, boo. I got Parkinson's. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. Read the super chat. Hello, Dane C. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for the love. Hey, Tara and ladies, just watched episode 1 yesterday. Did you like it? How did you feel about it? Wasn't it good? Was it not good? But yeah, I can't wait to see what unfolds, and hopefully this season we get to see what transpired up there in that room with the young boy and the tape recorder. But yeah, you ain't sleek, Armand. You're definitely hiding something, and it's gonna come outside. What are we even looking for? Why not just go home? Traces of our kind in a brief refuge. You thought Louis want to sit down and rest his feet so bad. Louis want to be a well-kept woman so bad. It's just like, no. I like this whole dynamic of him just trying to find a little bit of refuge. Like, if I can't go and have, the silk satin sheets in my coffin in New Orleans, can I just have a drink? The moment that Louis gave his real name, I was like, okay.
You get too comfortable. I thought he was gonna have to kill everybody after he did that.
Like, no, if I'm married, you need to be who you are. Like, stop. But Ashley, how did you feel about this gentleman that we meet here? And just the fact that even though throughout the episode we do see traces of, like, okay, there's garlic here, there's crosses here, there's these old, ancient tombstones, even though there's clearly death, there are traces of vampires here, and him just pretty much denying it and trying to knock down Claudia at every step so they can just eventually hopefully go home.
Listen, Louis lives in denial, right? That's his homeland. That's where he resides. So it's not, I mean, it tracks, right? But I did love seeing this actor, this Englishman. And if you watch The Gilded Age, you know exactly who he is because, girl, a mess. But I love their interactions, the whole, are you a Bolshevik? Are you AWOL? If you're AWOL, just go back. The punishment is better than anything you're going to get here. I loved Louis, man, this is not a tree you want to bark up. I'm trying to drink. I'm trying to be a city girl. Like you said, I am the magical Negro. I want leave me alone. Go dance with your woman, right? Leave me alone so I can go dance. Loved everything about the interaction, even sending Claudia to go play with the kids. Claudia,
they talk there. Oh, how did you feel when he traced back when he was like, you know what? No, like he wants so badly to get every single minor detail right all of a sudden. Like, nope, she didn't say that while Claudia was there. She was a child. She would have mentioned it when she went away. I was like, oh, Louis finna come outside.
Louis said, he said the memories they coming back. Everything is coming back now. I want my story to be told the right way for real this time. Because he know he was doing a lot of bullshitting before. He said, but this time I'm for real.
Absolutely. TG is back in the house with the 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much, TG. You know I appreciate it. And welcome back to the channel in the live. I don't know where you've been, but thank you so much for being here, Tyler. Thank you. But yeah, this interaction was really great because it just made me felt like Lou was like, whoo, child. You know how people are like, whoo, I put my feet up. Like, oh, we just been walking. We've been, sleeping underground, all these, these ill means. Like, low-key, this whole situation is low-key really beneath me. But I love you, Claudia, so I'm doing it for you. But the sooner you realize that there aren't any real vampires here, she's like, they're shooting coffins. But why would they be shooting coffins? He's just trying to rationalize everything. And it's just, I think he's not just trying to go home, but he's scared. Like, if we do find, vampires or traces, then what? What exactly does that mean for us? Maybe I don't want to find anything. This whole situation is really scary. It's literally just them. But after Claudia big faces some children, which I was here for, because I speak that too. What you say? Stop playing with me. I was here for her big face and a little boy who touched her skin and said, "Crow, your mama." Okay, but is that what I think it is? Now, child, I really tried to get these images of this zombie old world vampire.
That's the Revenant.
Yeah, I said, what the hell is that? Mm-hmm. Is that what I think it is? She's like, oh, Claudia was sending me because she's like, oh my God, it's another vampire. I was like, girl, did you see? Do you see that thing? Y'all are not one in the same. She was just so hyped just to see, like, oh my God, he's sucking blood. Did you see the face though? Ashley, how did you feel as soon as you saw this thing?
Claudia with the look of amazement. I'm like you. I was like, and I
No,
love.
no,
I
you're
will
not.
say that I love that character because it gave that child like, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, it's like me. I drink blood too. See, and I'm like Claudia. Like you don't see what this thing's face looks like. And then when Louis comes out and says, "Baby, that's not a vampire. That's a catfish with
Catfish
teeth."
with teeth.
Listen, I
Go New Orleans.
I'm out. I'm like not Louis roasting it. Like, come on, guys. But yeah, I mean, the face smush gave everything I needed. But yes, girl, Claudia, that's a demon. You know that's not like
Girl,
you. You know that's
the
not a
fact
vampire.
that I love this because it just shows just how desperate she is to find anybody that's their kind. You're going to see this and light up like it's your birthday because I don't care what it looked like. It looked like a petri dish, but it's sucking blood. I was like, girl, when I tell you as a vampire, I would have ran. I would have gladly ran. KK, what did you think about this zombie? Because that's what that was, show.
Yes,
And why do you think it looks like this?
that in the book they call it the Revenant
Mm.
because it's a vampire zombie thing. So it's a zombie, but it's a vampire. So it's not like her and Louis. It drinks blood, but it's not a real vampire though.
But what? So it's okay. Because I was just giving zombie because that's what it looks like. But in the book, it's referenced as a zombie, and it is actually a zombie.
Mm-hmm. They
So
call it
it's
the
a
Revenant.
zombie vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Child, well, how you even do that? Like, what do you? Wow.
Her. It was that old woman. It's the old whatever vampire in their supply, right? Because she's making them with her old soiled blood. And I'm like, this cannot be good. Like the one on the table was turning blue. I was like, girl. I was like, no, the blood is bad. Like,
They wasn't made correctly, is what happened.
they're
They
feeding on
go through the
like-
right process or something.
Because we gonna have to get to it. When she popped out and was like, "Son," I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am," because she was giving wit. She was giving every bit of Hansel and Gretel. I thought she had some kids in a candy house. I didn't know what the hell was going on and where the story was going. But child, when I tell y'all, Claudia sent me. You just want somebody to take you dancing and call you pretty. This is not that, Louis. Get yourself together. Let's see. Are you a red? Are you a deserter? Is your wife 65? Peace is an illusion. Stick to the agenda, Louis. Stop trying to be cute and go outside and have drinks and have good dances. Clearly, we see that this woman has been bitten by a vampire, and all this allure around the community, all the garlic around the necks, all the child, if you come in here with a bite that just looked like maybe something touched you, we have to kill you right away because we do not want to turn. At this point, Louis just can't even deny that. He's like, okay, fine, girl, let's go outside in the back. let's go outside in the back. First of all, Claudia sent me when she came back. She was like, Daddy, I fell out of a tree. Come on outside. Come on outside. But Ashley, how did you feel about this and Louis just kind of settling in? You know what? I can't never have a damn moment to myself. Come on here.
Louis said, "This sounds like a them problem. This is not my problem. Like he said, I'm not even gonna." And the reporter, the Englishman, gonna have the audacity to say, "Don't you do something?" Louis said, "Bye." All right,
You just being cute earlier with my 65-year-old photograph.
Louis said, "This is above me now."
Okay, how did you feel about Louis referencing himself as a magical Negro?
You know, that's when I said, you've been around Lestat a little too long, ain't it? 'Cause you started to get a little spicy.
Oh, Lord. But I thought the character was interesting. The actor from The Gilded Age with him clocking that photo. I was like, are we going to see him again? Is he going to be relevant? Do you think he'll be relevant to the story again? Because he was clocking that picture like, who are you and where did you come from? Because you're lying.
If you know his character in The Gilded Age, right, it tracks. And so I honestly was thinking maybe he and Louis would have a little tete-a-tete.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my thought was. But I do love the use of... I like the use of the magical Negro term because he was literally the antithesis to what that trope represents, right? Because the magical Negro comes in and saves all the clear people, right? In any given moment. Like, so I really love that. I think that was really thoughtful by the writers who did that. But yeah, I thought they might get Bucky naked. I honestly thought it, but I was proud of Louis for walking away. That's not your fight, brother. Ease on down the road.
I thought he was gonna get naked too, but then he was like, I'm gonna go dance with your woman, and your woman going out into the woods to collect rabbits, and she's done so much for all of y'all. I was like, oh, that's your woman, and they were talking about marriage. I was like, oh, you gonna be in? Were you gonna go in the woods with Louis or not? I need answers. But Kay, how did you feel when they were whatever under their little where they were dreaming, and Claudia says, every single one of you, like. Every vampire I ever met in my life, like all of y'all have been assholes. Y'all have just been terrible. I just want to meet one. And then we have her get into that moment of her actually dreaming, and Louis just breaks completely down. I was so emotional. Okay, how did you feel about that? Because he hurt.
I had to watch that episode twice after that because I didn't. I was like, I didn't see it good the first time. I didn't take it in like I should have. And because every time when I watch stuff, I'm always like multitasking and stuff. And I said, no, I need to sit down and actually process this. And you had to. It was so emotional that even Daniel had to chill out.
Take it down
even he felt it because I think. Louis has so much. He has so much love for Claudia, in his heart and in his mind. That was his child. That was his baby, and I think it broke his heart when she said she didn't dream.
Yeah,
because he's like that. Because Louis, he'd be in denial about his whole vampire life. So in his mind, he still try to hold on to humanity. Dreaming in his mind, I'm still holding on to my humanity, and I think it broke his heart to see that he felt like all of that was gone away from her. And then when that memory jogged him that wait a minute, that people don't do that unless they dream in a nightmare. And so she wasn't without, she still was able to experience that and process that. And I think it gave him a little more sense of peace about who she was in her final days.
Yeah. I just can't wait because I really feel like he let her down and disappointed her, and he's been suppressing whatever happened. I can't wait to see what it is. Let's see. Armand doesn't want vampires to exist public. Yeah, Dave, but it's more than that. He really he want Daniel to go away real hard, and I feel like it's for his benefit also. His little skeleton's gonna come out too because Armand ain't as innocent as he portrayed, especially with him being an ancient. I'm sure he has just as many powers, or if not more, than Lestat. And I wouldn't put it past him to wipe a few memories away. But yes, it was very sad. Like Jacob was acting. The acting is so good.
Acting. That reminded me of when he broke down in season 1, episode 1, when he was like in the confessional. I was like that. When he broke down in that episode, and like he's giving us, like he's showing us at the start, I can act, and y'all gonna get all this talent, and then y'all gonna see me.
They be cute with these seasons. A catfish with teeth or a son. Now, when the witch came out, first of all, I love they put just enough gore in this episode. I love her ripping the skin off of the zombie's face, and just her really, really riding for Louis. Like, regardless of how I feel about you wanting to be cute and kept, you want somebody to take you dancing, and that's why you want to go home. I love you. I'm gonna protect you above all else. I love when Louis was like, Claudia, you ain't got no. It's like, oh, it's too late. It's too late. She already did it. She already did it. But yeah, Ashley, what were your first thoughts when this woman came out?
I mean, yeah, no. Run the other way, and they're flinging y'all around like little rag dolls. Like, come on, guys, you're not. I will say that in this moment, though, even with their issues, even with Claudia, how she's feeling about Louis, both of them are going to do whatever to save each other. Absolutely love that. When she took out the thing's eyes, though, and the other old world vampire, how my baby gonna live without his eyes? Listen. You had to bludgeon him like that, ma'am. Like, that's what you had to do. Yeah, I mean, a great action sequence. Again, the lighting was so dark, and of course that was for effect. But yeah, I mean, it was haunting. It was scary. And then let's follow this lady off into the woods. Oh, okay.
Okay, would you have followed her? Because they were like, I think she wanted us to follow. I was like, well, how y'all get that? Well, we y'all come today after y'all and just killed the baby's son. Oh, okay. Would you have followed her into her gingerbread house on, Candy Lane or whatever the hell she was taking them to?
Claudia be so thirsty to find a vampire. She don't care who it is, what they look like. If it's a zombie, a witch, they about to die, they falling over, they starving, they raggedy, dirty. Y'all don't even know vampires don't even live like that. So why would you even go? Louis was not even about to go go there because he already knew she ain't had no money. So he was just like, I don't know why we have to be going all these raggedy, dirty places, Claudia, just to find somebody she felt like she could relate to. And but look at her. No.
It's giving witch, but what can the damn really say to the damn? Is there more where you came from? I just love that this shows just how desperate Claudia is, and maybe even more so, Louis is not as desperate for that connection, but he's desperate for Claudia to find some type of satisfaction or find what she's been looking for, so maybe they can finally settle and she'll be happy. So it's just like, if this is what it is, we can be cute, maybe if we get her some decent blood. She can, have a whole 360. We do a whole 180 situation. But her just kind of reflecting on where they've been in the past, that was really great. Once again, getting into them speaking all those double languages, it was really, really cute. Kay, how did you feel when she gave them some hope? Well, I'm gonna say she gave Claudia some hope that she might have a connection with her and they could go on beyond this and live life.
I knew her ass wasn't gonna make it over there to them theater vampires. Claudia is so thirsty. She didn't even see the foolishness for what it is. Louis ain't believe that for a second because he knew she wasn't coming out the woods. Do she look like she been out the woods in like 100 years? He knew she wasn't leaving.
It looks bad. She's so desperate, though. Ashley, what about you, Ashley? Did you think for 1 second that, no, not even a little bit, that she might?
Heck, that lady started talking about feet in the sand and walking on Claudia saw her as a mother. I'm like, Claudia, are you
so desperate?
But I mean, I got some answers, right? I thought that we got some answers, but no, yeah. I didn't know the lady was gonna. What did Louis say? I'll never give myself to the flames or whatever. I didn't think it was gonna be so dramatic, but no, I didn't think she was going anywhere. After all her baby was gone, she said, "Out of here."
I guess the zombie baby was all she had. Like, now that that's gone, well, I mean, I guess I can just go on. I don't have nothing else. But she does kind of make it clear, even though she gives her the artifacts and she reflects on who that may have been. This is it. That the well has run dry. There are no more of us. Like this. Let me just jump in and end it all while I'm here. We have no reason to go any further. She said we own nothing, and she jumped in there after giving Claudia that hope. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so sorry for Claudia, but I think if we're watching and you see the state that this woman is in and how long she's been there, deep down that this lady ain't going nowhere. She's not going anywhere. You guys will not be traveling barefoot, touching grass. Somebody be like, go touch some grass. This lady was never going to touch any grass. And the fact that Claudia even thought for a minute that she could or even wanted to, like, look at the state of this woman.
Exactly. Like I said, look where she live in a little shack in the woods. She was not leaving.
That just goes to show just how deep the desperation runs. Thank you so much, Dane C, for the $2. Let's see, didn't Claudia almost get raped by a vampire?
Ain't no almost.
Almost, she did.
Mm-hmm.
She did, and she chooses, of course, not to talk about it, but she did. So she does know that a little bit of the worst that could be out there, but that has not. She is still relentless in her search of their kind and just to know more. And if we are willing to cling to this kind lady, what are we gonna call her, kind lady? I'm really it makes me more interested to see, like, when they do finally get into the world, how's it going to be for Claudia, because she gonna lose her mind. If you was clinging to this child, once you get into them theater folks and all of that opulence there and all that beauty,
she gonna be a kid in the candy store, and that is going to cloud her judgment all the way.
Oh, she is going to lose it. TG once again with another 99-cent super chat. Let me go show y'all some love, because y'all know we appreciate all the love. Do remember that you can also show love by leaving comments and hitting that like button and getting more engagement on this video. Let me run it up and thank y'all the way that I'm supposed to, and we will be right back.
I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on with. And if I don't let you know, then
you guys for showing us love. And shout out to Lestat. He just want to be down.
You know, you
Just
know.
want to be down with what you're going through. Louis just want to be down and be loved. They just want to be down. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be cute and be down. I just had to have a little moment to reflect on that whole little situation. That's where Louis wants to be. He want to be back in that satin robe, child, in them silk pajamas. But yeah, this was not at all happening for Claudia, and this just, at that moment breaks her whole little spirit. But we get here. We need Daniel to be fully committed to the story, and we're going to do this together, even if it hurts. Armand, 70 years later, finally on the record. First of all, get into the house, okay? That house, the structure, it is everything in Dubai. I was like, this is so grand. Everything is always grand when we refer back to present day in their home. But yeah, he asked to see those pages, and now he's like, okay, I'm ready to spill the tea and be a part of this. 70 years, we've always did everything together. What's so different now? And deep down, Daniel is still, the one that he's still trying to depict Daniel as not being worthy of the story and not being fully committed. They want Daniel to be hanging on to the story by a thread, like, oh my God, this is a page turner. I just can't breathe. Tell me more. And Daniel couldn't be bothered. I'm here for my job. Do you think that Ashley, they're gonna get Daniel to be Armand's gonna get Daniel to be eating out of the palm of his hands for the rest of that story?
Never. Not unless they pull some old True Blood stuff and he gets to glamour him or something. That would be the only way, because Daniel's too strong-willed, and at this point, like we said before, Daniel doesn't have anything to lose. He's like, I'm already on my way out of here. You know what I mean? Like, what you gonna do, brother? What y'all gonna do? So I think he wants to have journalistic integrity, and of course he's like, this is going to be a book, and I think this is going to be kind of like his swan song, right? This is probably going to be one of his last works that he does, and he wants to be integral to the story. And I think now that he's got Louis on his side, because remember, we weren't getting all this energy from Armand first season. I think Louis cracking a little bit, right? There's this thing, and it's all about covering Armand and what dirty deeds he's done and erased from Louis's mind that Louis might not ever forgive him for. But yeah, Armand is a gaslighter, and Armand is we thought Lestat was bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is just another iteration, right? Armand is low, he's like, chill. I'm not going to spaz out on you like that, Louis. I'm not going to beat you and take you to outer space and drop you. But the abuse still stands. I'm going to manipulate you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to do all these other things. And again, Louis got battered man syndrome. He keeps cheating.
But is Armand older or is Lestat older? I don't remember. Who's older?
Armand, right?
Right.
Armand help Lestat become who Lestat was.
Who
like
that is. So if that is a lineage of that, like, you cross paths with Lestat. Lestat is who he is for a reason. And I cannot wait to trace back the steps of his relationship with Lestat and when they got together and how they broke it off and what all transpired. Because I think that'll shed a lot of light on the type of person that Armand is. And he might be, real low key with his manipulation. He might be innocent. We don't know. But, deep down, we feel like he's just as much, he's low key with his abuse or his manipulation of Louis. And I think it says a whole lot, like, even with season 1, all these, years later, Louis is still kind of incomplete. He still has this sense of kind of that battered wife syndrome. And he's still just as complacent and kind of throwing things to the wayside and lying to himself. I think if he was living in his full truth, there would be no reason to still be, till this day, lying to yourself about what happened. And I think Armand has a hand in that, because he wants Louis to be feeling a certain way and suppressing certain stuff. But Kay, how did you feel about this? And, is Armand innocent now that he's on the record?
Hell no. Louis be going after fine toxic men, and we got to stop this. We got to stop this, Armand, because that's why he scares me, because he's that he's like that calm crazy.
Mhm.
Like Lestat, you see what you gonna get because he shows you that he's a character. Armand got tricks up his sleeve and he's calm with it, and he is very like sinister, but also it's just like there's a mystery to him that is like, don't turn your back though. Do not turn your back.
Child, I'm up here reading. Jasmine's coming.
Looking
You
like
can't move, Ann. I'm in here. I'm in here, Ann.
sophomores sitting next to each other at the basketball game.
Lestat is definitely going to show up, Jasmine, and tell Louis to eat the cake once again. Please. Let's see. Do you think maybe Louis unalived Claudia? Does anybody think that?
Nah, not Louis. But I know Lestat and Armand probably had something to do with it.
Absolutely. I really think there's going to come a moment where he has to choose, and he's still regretting to this day that he, you always putting a man, always putting being called pretty and getting taken out on dates before me. I think when he's going to have to make a choice, and he is going to choose wrong and regret it to this day and rip them pages out. Do you guys think that Claudia is, because I would love to see that, because she's however old now, do you think we'll see her in a relationship at all? Or will she just forever be little sis Claudia in search of a mother figure?
I'm curious. I think, well, if it sticks to like the movie, right, we know that it will be a mother figure, right? I don't know. So here's the thing. People are like, oh, why is Claudia still looking for vampires, after everything that's happened to her? And I think to reconcile who she is, right, and how she feels like there's a goodness to her, she needs to find someone else that has a goodness in them that's also a vampire. I think this centers heavily around the idea of identity and belonging. And am I a product of Lestat? Like, am I really him at his core? Or is there hope that I can be different? That's what I think this whole quest is about. So I don't think she'll be looking for a romantic type of love, but I do think she'll be looking for community and family.
I would love to see her again, because she need a hug. I'm thinking about last season, like, who's gonna F me? Who gonna give me some, huh? Who am I supposed to be with? Like,
I think she gave up on that after what's his name? I think it was Bruce. After him, I think she gave up on that part.
Oh man, let's see. Queen of the Dam, Marius turned Lestat into a vampire. Yeah, that's probably that. But he does let it be known last season that what circumstances took place, and he was left, and he probably found Armand after that. I just can't wait to see what happened, because the moment that he realizes, I feel like whenever Lestat decides to roll up and he sees them together, or if he's just lingering around and it's a figment of his imagination, it's gonna be like, oh, that's who you came and found.
And he liked to lurk and spy, so he watching. He gonna be watching in the shadows.
Lord. Because I just feel like Armand is gonna be putting his best foot forward, then, and Lestat is going to come around and be like, yeah, this is not at all who or what you think it is. But I'm going to let you be cute for a little while.
It's going to be messy.
I absolutely can't wait. But yeah, I'm always here for Daniel telling Armand to sit down, because it ain't your turn. I'm going to get to you when I get to you, when I want to know your little 5 cents. Sit down. We end off this cute little episode with him lying. Why you always lying, Louis? He always in denial and lying about everything. And the little monologue was everything. Me and you, we came from Ish, and you ain't gonna be Ish, and we ain't never have Ish, and we gonna be in search, because it's you and me and you. And even if it's the last, you the last vampire, if it's just us, you will always be enough. I was like, oh, you lying. Why are you lying? Like, Louis can't be transparent to save his life, and he knows he's lying to himself, not just about their dynamic and their never being. He always wants more. He wants companionship that, even though he loves Claudia, it's certain, hair flip, it's certain cute things that, girl, you can't give me. It's certain, things that, a type of love that I long for that you cannot give me, that I have lost in Lestat. But he sees, how sad she is at the fact that, that Hansel and Gretel witch was not coming with them. It's like, we're going to search, we're going to go to Paris, France, and we're going to keep looking. And even if they're not here, we're going to continue to look. But just know that you will be enough for me.
And I
Ashley,
think because he had problem with acceptance, though. I think that he, in his mind, he was trying to tell himself that was true. Because he still think of Claudia as his daughter. So in his mind, he's like, I got to be the dad to cheer my daughter up because she's pouting.
You need to be honest. You need to be honest, child. Lestat sitting over there with that slit throat. It's not looking good. Ashley, is it gonna be me and you like Cassie? Is it gonna be me and you? I'll be waiting. Think I'm gonna make that move. Is it gonna be me and you to the end, and I'm gonna ride it out no matter what sexy man come around?
We know what it is, Louis. Louis, listen, we know what it is. Schmomises. I was like, Louis, stop lying. Like, stop making promises and vows and trying to be all deep. Just say, Claudia, I'm gonna stick beside you as long as I can, baby.
I'm gonna stick beside her. Getting a little tired of your broken promises. Always promises. Always making them promises, Louis. Stop.
He was lying. That's why he had to come from the grave to sit there and look at him like, you really
know. Now you know. Oh, but I do love these moments of her reflecting and pouting. It reminds us that even though, she is the younger vampire, these are the moments where her adolescence kind of shines through, because it's like, oh, I just knew I had a mama. I just knew I had a friend. I just knew I had, like, no, baby, this is not that. Ashley, do you think they're going to find what they are looking for in Paris?
They're gonna find something, and I think what they find, they think is what they want, but they really have no idea. Again, I feel like Lestat lied about a lot of stuff, but the nature of these vampires is not something he lied about. And I think in a way, I mean, as awful as he was, as toxic as he was trying to protect them in a way. I think it's going to be glitz and glam when they first get there. I think it's going to be a moment. I think they're going to feel, all the things, but quickly it's going to turn.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Oh yeah. Okay, what about you?
In your space to the weakest. I'm sorry, but to go from being the strongest in New Orleans, like you're not scared of anything, anybody, to now really weak, like it's going to be a complete shift in the dynamic, right? So.
Yeah, and grows with each other. I think they're underestimating, like, this is a community of, like, traveling. If anything transpires, child, we picking sides, and it's only two of you. It's only two of you. Kay, what do you think they're going to find in Paris? What do you expect in episode 2?
The stuff that Lestat didn't want them to know. They're gonna learn a lot. They're gonna learn some stuff about Lestat that he didn't want to share, and we're going to learn why he never took them there, because he knows exactly what's going on there. He knows them people. They know his name, but he knows something about them that he never shared. Because think about it, Louis even asked him before Claudia came along, like, where's the rest of us? Like, why can't we ever go? Because remember, he would always say, like, why can't we travel? Why can't we go here? Why can't we go there? And Lestat never wanted them to go anywhere. It's the reason.
I'm telling you,
it's a very dark reason.
Lestat was laying low in New Orleans. Something popped off. Lestat was laying low. It's the reason why we were there for umpteen years, and we had to, like, all right, they leaving little voodoo and remnants on the porch. I guess it's time for us to go now. I think it's time for us to relocate. But there was a reason why he wanted to stay there and not leave. And we were, even with Antoinette, she was a couple of, like, little towns over. I'm not leaving New Orleans. Like, he was laying low and hiding. Something transpired. Kay, do you think that, because I feel like Lestat is going to reappear to protect Louis for some reason. I really do.
I feel like Lestat gonna turn up to stir some shit up. He ain't gonna do nothing, protect his own ass. He ain't there to save nobody. He ain't there to do none of that. He finna come in there and be when the stuff start to happen and it start to get messy, he gonna be like, y'all ain't seen mess until you seen me.
No, I can't say. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave Claudia on the ground because we already know how he feels about Claudia. I think he's gonna try to stir mess up, but at the end of the day, as toxic as it is, he does love Louis, and I feel like if anybody's plotting, anything's about to pop off, he's gonna pop out to I think he'll protect him. Even though he's gonna be trying to keep certain things at bay, I think we're beyond the point of him wanting them to like it's certain things I don't want you to like. No, y'all first of all, y'all killed me, wrote the little note in blood. All of these all of these, things have transpired. I've been lurking 4 or 5 years. I think he's gonna wait until it's like, okay, da 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 da. I don't think he's gonna let anything happen to Louis, even if he's showing up to be like, oh, this you. He gonna show up next to Armand, like, oh, this you. This what you wanted over me. Do you know who this is?
They're gonna both do a hair flip battle.
all the silky curls there. But anything you guys looking forward to in episode 2? I don't know who this man is down here, this little blonde haired man, but I feel like he's gonna be a real good villain, and I can't wait to see what gets unleashed. Him and all the tricks he may have up his sleeve. What about you guys? Anything else y'all looking forward to outside of Claudia smiling cheek to cheek because she just feel like she finna be living her best life and she's found her people?
I can't wait to them because in the movie we only got a glimpse of the theater vampires.
Mm-hmm.
I want because they have more time in the series. I want them to give us all of the theater vampires. I want them to tell this story slow, and I want us to be able to really enjoy when it all pops off. I really want them to give it to us to where we get emotional.
Say, as a book reader, I'm like, how much can I say? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Y'all please let it unfold. And then I think that they're doing a good job of knowing when to refer, give, and take away, and they're doing a real good job with that. But like, please don't give too much away. Ashley, what about you? I think I'm looking forward to the fact that we know Lestat to be just comical, theatrical, and funny, even when he's on a bloody rampage. He is from this theater. We are getting into a whole clan of Lestats. What I feel like. Child, this is going to get interesting. It's going to get so interesting.
I am here for these origin stories. I want to know what happened when they met. I hope they go overly in detail, and I want to see Claudia shine. I really want us to have a moment in the season before it ends where we really just get to see her at her peak vampiric excellence. You know what I'm saying? I want to see her fully thrive. I'm hoping we really get to see her shine. And again, I want all the theatrics. I want all the drama. I want to see the full shows. Like, I want it all in Paris. You know what I mean? I want it to give Paris. You hear me? That's what I want for season 2 or for episode 2 and the rest of the season.
Do you guys think we will close out this season, hopefully moving into a season 3 with or without Claudia?
I hope so.
I don't think she's gonna make it. I don't think she's gonna make it.
Me neither.
I don't
Me
either.
neither.
Way out, but
I don't trust. You can't trust none of them. You can't trust none of them there. No, she is not gonna make it, and it's not gonna be good either. Like I feel like they're gonna take her out, and it's gonna hurt.
It is like if we can only reference so much from the movie. We know what happened there, but it's like, and how he, the whole thing with Armand. But I do know at that moment he doesn't actually choose Armand. Then they link up later on in life and live out their best little 70 years. I want to know what happened, like, because we know Lestat make it out. We know Armand make it out, but we just don't know with the writing how far they're going to push it into elongating the story up into, hopefully we get renewed for a 3rd season. But if we're going off a natural progression and where mentally Lestat and Louis and everybody's supposed to be in the story, I don't think we make it out with Claudia. It's gonna be a sad day for everybody, especially Louis. Child, we finna go through some emotions. Yes, we need more love scenes. Always. We always need more love scenes, TG, because we are here for that. And getting into Armand and all things, we finna get some brown love scenes, child. And it's gonna be real pretty. I know it's coming. I absolutely know that it is coming. Oh, yes, it is a wrap. It's a wrap for Claudia. Oh, it's going to be so sad. I cannot wait to see all of those good things transpire. It's going to be so good. But this was a very successful first episode. Like, I think the pacing is set off right, because I was like, how long we finna stay in this old world, Europe? And I was like, oh, okay, because in the episode, we already in Paris. It's good. We're here. We're here. Because, this is not one of those shows where we get, 13, 15 or so episodes. Like, no, this is a very cute little show. But you guys have been absolutely amazing. Anything else you guys want to add to the show before we get into what's coming up on y'all channels and what people need to go to find y'all?
I just love it that they're exploring some kind of deeper themes, like right within the big story. They're definitely exploring some really interesting subplots and some deeper themes about the different characters and their struggles and their journeys. And I love that. And we typically don't see men where they're focused on, they're being the victim in these abusive, toxic relationships. And I think giving a stage and platform to that is definitely, eye-opening. But yeah, I adore this series. First episode gives me great hope. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I love that too, Ashley, because take away the whole vampire aesthetic. This is a violent, domestic, toxic relationship, and a gay man, is experiencing this, firsthand, and we get to see, behind the curtain with that, and that is absolutely amazing. And we put it to a vampire beat. We love that. Kay, what about you? Anything else to reflect on the show or episode 1, or just how you feeling about the series overall?
I am looking forward to when Daniel remembers what happened when they met the first time. I wonder how that is going to change his tactics of the interviews.
Because they keep saying, like, Armand saved him. But I'm like, Armand messing with people's mind. Do we know that to be true? we don't know. Like, we don't know. And him in that white shirt, it's just like he up to no good this season. It's
giving an open shirt.
Open shirt. Look at Armand. But you ladies have been great. I am going to remove myself, and we're gonna let Ashley go first. She always got a whole tier list of things that she is discussing. Ashley, go ahead and take it away. Let the people know what you're doing and where they need to go to find you.
Come on over to My Sweet Perspective, okay? Because everything is going down there. Tomorrow, we have part 3 of the Power Book 2 Ghost series that I'm doing. This part is Tariq versus everybody, okay? We're going into detail. On Thursday night, Kay is going to be joining me with a couple of other surprise guests to talk about X-Men 97, the first season. It's amazing. My birthday is at the end of this week, so I will be having a birthday live. So just be on the lookout for that. And then the Shy live on Wednesday with VKJ TV. So yeah, and then just look out for my regular content on Sundays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Thank you, Tyra, for having me. This is so much fun. Always.
Absolutely. I love it. And we got up to 70 people here in this live. You guys, please make sure to hit that like button and show love before we start heading out. Check out My Sweet Perspective. The link is in the chat. This is what her channel looks like. When I tell y'all she talk about everything, it's amazing. I commend her because no. No. But thank you so much, Ashley. Let me go ahead and take this down and bring up our girl Kay, because she over there with all the good horror teas that you would ever want to hear. Go ahead.
Yes, we're in these horror streets. Right now on the channel, we just did a mini review of Dr. Sleep and the movie Imaginary. We got coming up some more stuff with Interview with the Vampire. We will be talking X-Men. Yes, I will be talking X-Men with Ashley. We got The Watchers on our list coming up, and the prequel to A Quiet Place that should be coming out in June. So we got a lot of horror stuff. Give us suggestions. What should we be watching? Hey, anything horror, come over to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We got you.
Yes, get over there. Get Kay and the girls over there to 500 subscribers. It is a special thing when you hit that 1,000 mark. When I tell y'all hitting 1,000 subs on YouTube is hard. It's so hard. Like that first 1,000 is just hella
community.
hard.
Where y'all at?
It is really hard. So if you guys could get over there and support, remember that this is what her channel looks like. That's what Ashley's channel looks like, and the links are in the chat below. The 1,000 is hard, y'all. It's harder than a brick. You guys can, go and support and subscribe and do all of those good things over there, as well as Ashley. She hit her 1,000 real quick. We could always get 1,000 more. We love the love. If you guys love what we had to say on, this show, be sure to come back same time, same place next Tuesday, where we
We're gonna
were
be right here.
I'm
Right
telling you,
here.
because if this was episode 1, y'all, episode 2 gonna be juicy. It is going to be juicy, and you guys do not want to miss that. But we will definitely see you guys next Tuesday. Actually, we might see y'all sooner than that and get into what is it, the ultimatum?
Girl, the way the people are in my DMs, Tyra, and I'm trying to keep it to myself.
We might see you guys sooner this week to get into the ultimatum, the Netflix dating show. We might be talking with y'all about that, because that deserves a whole conversation. So be on the lookout for that. But remember to leave a comment, not just in this chat. Drop down below and let us know what you thought about what we had to say, as well as what you guys think may be coming in episode 2. But be on the lookout. Next Tuesday, 6 o'clock, we will be here. Be on time. Anything else, ladies, before we get on out of here?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're being so engaged today. Thank you, chat.
Yes, thank you. We will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye, y'all.